Let's take a look at the clutch free play adjustment and how it affects the ability of the clutch to fully engage. Obviously, if you have your cable so tight that there's no free play in the clutch cable assembly and release arm, the clutch is going to be partially engaged. It's not going to engage fully. So you want some free play. You'll notice that if I take and I cycle this lever lightly, I have free play in there. It's taking up all the free play in the cable and the release arm. Okay, you want about 1/8 of an inch gap right here before you start to feel resistance, where the release arm and the push rod don't have any clearance or play left in them, and you actually start to disengage the clutch. So okay, this looks pretty good here. You got free play up here. Okay, that tells you that your lever assembly on the handlebar isn't adjusted to the point where it's constantly causing the clutch to disengage slightly. You also want to check the free play down on the clutch cover and the release arm. This should have free play also. So in addition to the cable having slack in it, free play, you want to be able to pull up and down on the release arm. There's free play in there. You might think, okay, we got it. There's no way that that clutch is being partially disengaged. But one thing you're not taking into consideration is that there's a hard stop in the clutch cover for the release cam. And the release cam itself has free play also. So if you'll notice, if I lightly rotate this cable, see how the cotter pin over there is moving, but the release cam is not moving? That's because the release cam has a loose fit on the release shaft. If I move it a little further, you'll see the cam starts to move. Let's try a different angle here. See how the cotter pin is moving, but the release cam is not? And then if I continue to move, the release cam starts to move. So there's lost motion here in this assembly. Okay? If your clutch wears to the point that the push rod is bearing hard against the release cam, and the release cam is bearing hard against the hard stop in the case, or the clutch cover I should say, then it's going to keep the clutch from engaging fully. It won't allow the clutch to pinch the plates together. See this hard stop underneath here? There's a hard stop there. Here it hit. The release cam's hitting the hard stop. It can't move any more than that. So even though the lever out here can move around, the release cam is on the hard stop. As your clutch wears, that push rod moves further and further to the right, closer and closer to the release cam. And if the release cam is on its hard stop and all the clearance between the push rod and the release cam is taken up, as the clutch continues to wear, this assembly is going to keep it from engaging, and your clutch will start to slip severely.